All right, everybody, welcome to another Team Overvold, a Wednesday night Zoom. It's Doug and Susie Overvold checking in from Lake Minnetonka, Minnesota. And we've got a really special training tonight. We're going to walk you through all about CTFO's products and what to look for in CBD versus hemp and what's good and what's not, and really why we've got what I believe to be the strongest CBD product line on the planet. And then we're going to bring on a special guest, Dr. Trobiani. He's a board certified neurologist, been practicing for 35 years. And does he have a story to tell about 10X Gold and that product, which is really his expertise, is pain management. And he's got some updates from his patients that are opioid users that are on 10X Gold. He gave me some preliminary information. I'm excited to hear the updates. And the last thing, I got some news. I was on a leadership council call last night, and they're going to be introducing some compensation plan enhancements in Reno. And this is going to be the rocket fuel on this company. And I'll give you a taste of what that's going to look like. It's going to change the earnings and the future for all of us. So let's get started. All right, so big question. We all hear this. Well, what's hemp? What's marijuana? What's cannabis? And really, the great news is most people still don't understand it. So we get to be the educators, and we get to be the people that are in front of this trend. The short answer is hemp was thrown in the same category as marijuana back in the 1930s. And because of the high levels of THC, and they classified it as a narcotic drug. And it wasn't until 2018, just a year ago, that they finally realized that hemp is the cousin of marijuana. So cannabis is the plant family, marijuana and hemp are cousins. With the hemp, we get very low levels of THC, 0.3% or less, but high levels of CBD. So we get all the health benefits without the issues of the psychoactive part and getting high and all of that. And as we now know, it is changing people's lives on so many levels. For stress, anxiety, for pain relief, for sleep disorders, for high blood pressure, for cancer, for cardiovascular disease. Like the biggest health issues we face, CBD is showing to be one of, if not the most effective nutritional supplements ever discovered. And that's going to take this from a projected $1 billion industry in 2019 to over $22 billion in the next 3 years. So if you ever thought about timing, being at the right place at the right time, it's never going to be better than what you're sitting in front of right now. Okay. So what's in your bottle? Part of the challenge is being that this is unregulated. It's like any other nutritional supplement. A recent study showed of 84 CBD products sold by 31 companies, blind testing only found that 31% of them contained the amount of CBD listed on the label, which was plus or minus 10%. So the challenges out there is educating people because the consumer doesn't know. So we get to show them why we stand different from everybody. And one way to avoid ordering from a subpar company or product is making sure they have lab results from a third-party company. Is this US based? Is it the hemp grown in the US? Are they GMP certified? GMP is good manufacturing practices. That means that the facility is regulated and tested for accuracy. And that's the highest level you can get, GMP. Do they have a scan code on their tinctures? That redirects so you can get the lab reports. Can you investigate? Is there an online present? All the transparency. And that's why I'm so excited with CTFO is we have all of that. We have all the quality, all the science, all the lab reports that we can really show people this is the highest quality with good pricing with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So let's talk a little bit about why CTFO. Well, first of all, we're all 100% organic, non-GMO, pesticide-free. This is the highest quality hemp grown in the United States. As I mentioned, all of our products have GMP, good manufacturing practices, so we know what's on the label is in the bottle. We use CO2 extraction, so there's no heat processing. Our full spectrum, and I'll kind of break these down here in a minute. Our full spectrum has the entire hemp plant, which is over 120 cannabinoids that you want for the full effect of CBDs. Our 10X Pure is our patented technology. It uses oxygen, it's hydrophilic, so it's very bioavailable to your body. And it's like 2 to 3 years ahead of the industry. Then we just introduced our 10X Pure Gold. This is for pain and inflammation. This is $1 billion product. So we have CBDs that nobody else, we got exclusive worldwide marketing rights. We've got over 80 products and growing. They're affordable. We're less than the competition. And again, we offer a 60-day empty bottle, full money refund. Okay, so let's break this down now. What's 10X Pure? What's 10X Gold? What's full spectrum CBD isolate? I'm going to break each one of these down and then share with you who they're for, okay? And which person would these different products go with. So here's our 10X Pure. This is a supercharged full spectrum CBD oil that's hydrophilic, making it easily absorb into the body. It provides accelerated, increased absorption and potency, and acts as an antibacterial and prebiotic. Hold on. I need to mute somebody here. Okay, good. CBD has been known to support healthy blood sugar levels, energy levels, relieve anxiety, aid in digestion, immune function, healthy cells. So our 10X is a full spectrum CBD hemp combined with the 10X Pure, which is the delivery mechanism. And being that it's water soluble, more of the CBD gets absorbed into your body. And that's the key. Each bottle contains 50 servings of pure CBD hemp. Who's this for? This is for people with chronic health issues. So they got chronic anxiety or stress, or something's going on, because this is more expensive. This is a flagship. And so not everybody wants to spend the extra money, but people with chronic health issues, what do they want? They want relief. And also this is for somebody who wants the best. They just want the best that money can buy. They don't really care. And this is the best. This is more bioavailable than any other CBD on the product. Hey, but there's only 50 servings, Doug. Only 50 servings. So let me explain that, right? So 50 servings twice a day would be 25 days. So number one, this is an industry standard. You're going to find for CBDs, it's typically a 30 milliliter bottle with 50 servings. So that's a standard for our industry. Number two, most people are going to miss, like, I try to do it morning and night, but invariably I miss something. So I usually end up having a month's supply. And you're going to find out it's not bad if you miss. If you miss a few servings, some suggest it's even good, that it gives your body, you miss a day or two and you get back on CBD, you can ramp back up. So it's not a bad thing. And lastly, people can order an extra bottle or take smaller dose if they're concerned about running out, but that's just the way it is with CBD. So don't worry about it. Okay, let's move on to 10X Pure Gold. And let's read this here. There are a lot of products that promote extra strength relief that just don't work, and the side effects can't be good. At CTFO, we're formulated and tested and launched what we call Nature's Miracle 10X Pure Gold Super 1000. This delivers CBDA, and the CBDA is the acid molecule, which is the original molecule found in hemp that is shown to be more effective for relieving pain. And so what we do is we take, this is 1,000 milligrams, and so it's got 6 milligrams of CBDA per serving, which is 10 times more than you'll find anywhere else. And then we combine that with our 10X Pure, which is the delivery system, and we're able to deliver at a higher level CBDA into the body. And so this is for people with chronic pain or inflammation. That's what the gold's for. People have pain, they got back issues, knee, neck, whatever it is. They've got some chronic pain, arthritis, inflammation. These are the people that want to be on 10X Pure Gold. You'll see all these pricings is with auto ship. I took them off my website. I'm on auto ship, so these are all with the 5% discount. So that's 10X Pure Gold. Next up would be our full spectrum. And full spectrum, again, is going to be the full hemp plant. There's over 120 different cannabinoids, as they're called. And so full spectrum is going to be really the entire plant put into one bottle. And who's this for? This is for everyday use to treat a variety of health issues. So this is our bread and butter product. This is where the majority of people should focus, is on our full spectrum. And this is also for people that want prevention, okay? These cannabinoids bring our body back to homeostasis. They react with the receptors in our endocannabinoid system and bring us back to normal. So this helps for preventative issues. I don't want to have cancer. I don't want high blood pressure. So I use it for prevention. I'm pretty healthy. I don't have any issues. I don't take any prescriptions. I use it for prevention. So that would be our full spectrum. And last is our CBD isolate. And what this means, it's isolating just CBD. So there's only one molecule out of the hemp plant, which is the CBD. And so this contains 0 THC. The other products are going to have a trace amount, maybe 0.2 or 0.3%. And so CBD isolate is just CBD. There's nothing else in it. This is for people who are concerned about drug testing and not having any THC in their bodies. So we find people that are in law enforcement. We find people that are maybe over-the-road truck drivers, then they get drug tested. And so they can still get the benefit of CBD without any THC. Okay, so I'm going to buzz through the rest of our products now. We've got a complete line of edibles, and these include sprays and gummies and capsules. We have an anti-stress spray, an energy blast, and a pain relief. And one of our best sellers is our sleep support. If you know anybody that struggles to sleep, which includes me, I was the kind of guy that went to bed tossing and turning, and my mind was going 1,000 places. I could never just really get a good full sleep. The very first night on our sleep support, I take 2 sprays under my tongue, and it changed my life. My wife, Susie, is like, "What happened to you?" And I've been sleeping for 1.5 years. That's, it's just really outstanding product. And then we got a capsule. So if somebody doesn't want to do any of the oils we went through, they can get CBD in a capsule. Maybe not as effective as our tinctures or the oils, but for some people, they would prefer a capsule. We have that. And then we got gummies. I love our gummies too. Okay, we got some luxury products, and this includes a massage oil with CBD. Our bath bombs. My wife Susie loves our bath bombs. If you haven't tried a bath bomb, I tried it, and it was pretty cool. And then we got a hair growth system. This uses something called Anagain, and we get amazing results. In fact, I will be a customer of Anagain fairly shortly. So that's our luxury line. We got some great pain creams. There's a 60 mil with emu oil. There's a freeze rub. There's 150 milligram. This is a 60 milligram. And we've also got a 500. This 500 kicks butts. If you know anybody that's just got pain and they just want something to rub on, we've had great results. And then there's a roll-on as well. Really, really strong products for us. Complete skincare, we cover the full gamut. I think Susie's tried just about every one of these. They're really quality products, plus CBD is good for your skin. And so it works both ways. We also just introduced a sun care line. So we've got a sunscreen, SPF 30 with CBD that goes with an aftercare. Oh my gosh, our pet line. Our 8-year-old Tia is been struggling and not walking well, and we started her on these chews, and she like right away was doing better. We now have her on this 100 milligram, the spray, and then our groomer just got on it. She just went on the 100 mil, and then our Susie's aunt, they've got a big yellow lab. He's on the 250, and just think about it. Who doesn't love their pet? Who doesn't want their pet to live as long as possible? Who doesn't want their pet to be healthy and happy? There's nobody. In fact, some people seem to love their pets more than they do their family. And these are really, really good products, really good products. And the last, we have a non-CBD line of our new shake. This is a keto-friendly shake. People love our shakes. And we're starting to see a number of recipes that are really cool. Hold on one second here. I just got a text message. Send me the link for the Zoom. All right, everybody, we're going to take a short break. And we're gonna go send Dr. Trobiani a link for the Zoom. Well, let me first of all just find out. Steve, did you make it on the Zoom tonight?
Yep.
Well, that's good. So we don't need to do that. Awesome. We'll keep on going then. And in fact, you're up next, Steve. So your timing was perfect. And I'll unmute you in a moment. So, all right, guys. So anyhow, we got some great products. And we actually started the company on these two 4 years ago, our Chew Off and our Super 7. This is a blend of all your vegetables and fruits and a really strong nutritional product. And then a bunch of skincare products without CBD. So for our Canadians where we can't get CBD into Canada yet, however, we got updates coming. We got a second manufacturer that we're working with. I heard on last night's Leadership Council, that's moving forward and looking really good. So we're heading towards the finish line. But for Canadians right now, or for people can't use CBD, which isn't very many, we got a great non-CBD line. So that's an overview of our products. I wanted to give everybody just some education. But what I want to do now is introduce Dr. Trobiani. He's the founding neurologist at North Star Neurological. He's got a background in pain and pain management. He was actually hired by Pfizer when they brought out Celebrex to go train the other doctors on pain relief. And he is an expert in the field and doing really good things. So Steve, I'm going to unmute you first. So hang on. So Steve, tell us a little bit about your background with pain and what you see with 10X Gold. And I know you're getting some experience in your practice, so love to hear your thoughts on our 10X Pure and 10X Gold.
Thanks, Doug. Yeah, I've been doing as I said, I'm a neurologist. I've been in practice for about 40 years, specializing for 35. And in that time, I have focused on management of headache, neck pain, back pain, and basically any acute, subacute, chronic pain. So I have a stable of people I've been taking care of for quite some time who've been dealing with pain issues for, in some of our cases, 20, 25 years with me. They were interested in this when it first came out because there's certainly a big push now to do as much as we can to keep people away from opiates. And I certainly wanted to have something to offer my patient population that might allow for some pain relief beyond what we have in terms of opiates. Now, the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories have been around for quite some time. Those are Aleve, Advil, Voltaren, the list goes on, Naprosyn, and on and on and on. There are about 50 different non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, but all of the anti-inflammatories have significant side effects. And one of the most serious side effects is gastric irritation. And in those of us over the age of 65, the gastric irritation has a tendency to lead to GI bleeding, and the GI bleeding is so profound that many of the GI bleeds lead to hypovolemia and death before they can even get to a hospital. So non-steroidal anti-inflammatories for anyone over the age of 65 is a concern. And if we don't use a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, we really don't have anything other than opiates to use for pain. So this was exciting when it came out. I was excited about this when it came out for the same reason I was excited about Celebrex when Pfizer launched that back in 1999. The reason is, and I'm going to go through a little bit of science on this for those people who haven't heard it so you understand this. When we have pain, we put out an endorphin, and that endorphin goes by the name of anandamide. Anandamide is also classed as an endogenous endocannabinoid. So the endorphins are largely in the endocannabinoid system. Anandamide is converted to arachidonic acid, and arachidonic acid is broken down by cyclooxygenase via two different pathways. One pathway interferes with the production of prostaglandins that are good for us. Those are the prostaglandins that protect the stomach lining. Those are the prostaglandins that prevent vasoconstriction and an increase in blood pressure. Those are the prostaglandins that prevent the clots forming in our coronary arteries and in our brain, causing heart attacks and strokes. So we want those prostaglandins. The COX-2 pathway is involved in the production of prostaglandins that cause inflammation and pain. Those are the ones we want to block. Now, when Celebrex came out, the data was pretty clear that it was largely a selective COX-2 inhibitor. So it would only block the production of prostaglandins involved in the production of pain. It didn't have much of an effect on the prostaglandins that we need and we like. It does have some effect. It affects the prostaglandins involved in maintenance of the kidney tubules, and so you can get some kidney damage from long-term Celebrex use. And Celebrex is in fact contraindicated for people who have kidney disease because they can't afford to lose any kidney function. It's also contraindicated in people who are allergic to sulfa because it has the sulfa moiety. So there are a number of people who can't take Celebrex. The only two competitors in the market were Vioxx and Bextra, and both were removed because they had enough COX-1 effect to raise blood pressure. So Celebrex is the only drug that was left on the market, and we needed a competitor to Celebrex. And when I looked at what CBDA does, that's where the interest actually arose, because CBDA in 2008 was shown to be a potent inhibitor of the COX-2 pathway. In fact, it is a pure selective inhibitor in the COX-2 pathway. Whoop.
Hold on 1 second, Steve. I'm gonna remute. Hold on 1 second, people. All right, Steve, we fixed that problem.
Yeah, so 2008, there was an article published in Drug Metabolism and Redistribution that showed that CBDA was a potent COX-2 inhibitor and a pure COX-2 inhibitor. So there are no effects on the COX-1 pathways, which makes CBDA a direct competitor with Celebrex. It is effective in the reduction of pain and inflammation, and it has no adverse effects, unlike Celebrex. In addition, Celebrex does a great market. I think in 2014, they did $1.9 billion in sales in the US and $2.9 billion worldwide. And bear in mind that Celebrex requires a prescription, and the insurance companies do everything they can to block those prescriptions. They dissuade physicians from prescribing it, and they require physicians to get prior authorizations if they do prescribe it. And a good portion of the time, they deny the prior authorization. So if Celebrex can sell, if you can do 1.9 billion in sales with Celebrex, requiring a prescription, and with the insurance industry opposing it, can you imagine what the market is for something that works as well as Celebrex, does not require a prescription, and has no one actually blocking the utilization. Honestly, you mentioned this was $1 billion product. I think it's a $4 billion product. I think it easily, worldwide, would be a $4 billion product. I've had a chance to use it personally. I was on a ladder in November putting up Christmas lights, and the ladder collapsed underneath me, and I dropped 20 feet to the brick pavement below me. Landed on my feet, fell onto my left hip, cut a gash into my hip that was about 1.5 inches deep. It didn't bleed, so I never bothered getting it sutured. The crash was loud enough to bring my neighbor across the street, who was in her backyard, over to see if I was okay, because she'd heard it all the way across the street. Luckily, I didn't break anything. I ended up with a sprained ankle, and when the ankle sprain healed 2 weeks later, I thought I was fine, until 2 months ago, when I got out of bed, bore weight, and had this instant severe pain at both hips, and realized that I had developed an SI joint arthritis from the drop. This came out around that time, so instead of taking anything that I didn't want to take for it, I went on to 10X Pure Gold, and within 1 week, I dropped from a 10 to a 2. Within 2 weeks, I got up, felt a little bit of a twinge of pain, and that has been it. I haven't really had anything but a twinge of pain when I first get up in the morning since then. So I know it works for me. I have a couple patients who, I have about 26 patients that I started on this. 2 of them so far have come back. One of them has been on OxyContin and believes that she can cut her dose in half the next time she comes back.
Wow.
So that's a pretty good response. I have another woman who I've been doing trigger point injections on for 15 years, and she gets injections done twice a week. I normally go through 30 cc's of bupivacaine. She was in on Friday, and I ended up using about 18. So
Wow.
just about half of what I typically have used in the process. She's seeing the difference already in her pain levels, and I think we're going to see a great deal of this as time goes by.
Wow, Steve, that is just, it's so amazing, first of all, to have a person like you on our team with your expertise and knowledge, and being able to educate all of us of why, you know, this COX-2 prohibitor being CBDA with no side effects is in, and knowing that the science is there. And then to see that you got a patient base that you've been treating and you see monthly that are cycling through, seeing relief and backing down on their narcotics, man, doesn't get much more exciting than that, guys. So thanks, Steve. I got a couple more things and we're going to wrap up. Okay, so we got a big announcement. Everybody, I was on our Leadership Advisory Council, which is about 20 of us top earners that are invited to work directly with the company on updates and planning and kind of guiding the future. So last night we had a Leadership Council and they started giving us some ideas of what's coming up for Reno. And our next conference will be in Reno, Nevada. And one of the things they gave us that blew us away is we are getting a compensation plan upgrade. And I'm just going to tease you a little bit tonight. So if you look at our comp plan now, it's I think the best in the industry. There's no gimmicks, there's no gotchas. It's a free business. It's a hybrid plan, so we're able to earn money 4 different ways. We get paid weekly. It's fair for everyone, but there's one but. And we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna be introducing in Reno some new fast start bonuses. And this is gonna change our company overnight. This is gonna let new associates earn income quickly. Right now, our comp plan is kind of what we call a slow burn, where people come in, they try the product, they get more customers, and it grows into residual income, which is outstanding. That's what we want. But now we're going to be able to show people money right away. So new associates can earn income quickly. This also lets all of you start to scale your check. You're going to see your checks grow at a pace you've never seen. You'll also be able to receive overrides in the current plan on this new bonuses. So the new bonus plan is also going to get compensated on the way you're getting paid now. And get this, 0 changes to our existing plan. This is all extra money that CTFO is putting into the pot. So everything we have now, we keep, which is an outstanding plan, but now we pour rocket fuel on the fire. When we can show people how to make 500, 1,000, 1,500 their first month, and how we can add 1,000 or 2 next month for you guys, just think about how that is going to accelerate this company. It's crazy. And this is also going to be a way, let's say you get a new person on board that says, hey, I need to make money quickly. Maybe they don't want to go to their job, or maybe they, now you got a way to say, great, let's talk about fast start bonuses. This will be announced in Reno. I can't give you the details. It'll all be rolled out and effective at Reno. So for all of you, we're going to our West Coast conference. This will be on Friday, November 8th from 7 to 9 p.m. So you could actually travel in Friday. You don't need to be there till 7 p.m. And then all day Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You'll be able to see firsthand our new compensation update with the Fast Start. We got new tools and training. Our entire back office and reports are getting updated. We've got some products that'll blow you out of the water. I mean, some really strong front end, amazing products coming. So if there's any way you can make it to Reno, this is the fastest way to get your belief, your knowledge, your passion, your energy, and build for it. If you could come to Reno with 2 or 3 key people on your team that leave that conference and go ballistic, it could put your business into momentum overnight. Here's how to register. If you go to your back office, you'll see here, right here is how to register for Reno. It's only $69 to get a ticket for a 2-day conference. And then the Nugget Resort, you can go ahead and register right here. Use this code, CTFO19 is our group code. Rooms are $85 a night for Friday and Saturday. I just called the Nugget today. There's still rooms available. $85 a night at a full 5-star casino. And if you're there Sunday through Thursday, it's only $45. $45 a night. So I'm telling you guys, with what we got and everything coming, and then we kick in Fast Start money where it's going to put money in people's pockets fast. Get ready. We got some exciting stuff coming. And with that, I'm going to end this recording. Hang tight.